Okay, hello, welcome to another Ginger Mathematician stream. We are playing in the Daily Blitz arena. Let's just make sure everything is working as it should. So this is my YouTube page. If you want to have a look, by all means, have a look. See what you can find. We've got math stuff, we have chess stuff, we have all kinds of different things. Happy New Year is probably a little bit out of date. So let's have a look at my stream page. Make sure everything is working. I'm sure it is. I really shouldn't get overly paranoid. Just making sure things are working as they should. Our tournament will start in about 3 minutes' time. It's the Daily Blitz Arena. And it'd be nice to see how I get on here. I'm currently top ranked now. That's nice, at 2169. Out of the 2200s, which is a bit of a shame, because now I can enter the elite Blitz arenas if I'm above 2200. But you know what? Let's see if I can maybe win a tournament on stream, which would be quite good to do as well. Okay, let's just make sure everything is working as it should. It still says offline, which is slightly frustrating. It shouldn't be offline. Oh, one person, two people. Okay, that seems to be working as it should. Still says offline, but it might do for a couple of minutes. That's why I'm getting started ahead of time. Nice to see a couple of people in the stream. I will try and keep an eye on the chat as much as I can. So when this starts working, there'll be a bit of chat there. 2 minutes to go. I'm feeling pretty good for this. A lot of people are playing the yearly Super Blitz arena, but I thought I don't want to stream for 5 hours, so I'm thinking why not enter into a 2-hour Blitz. I'm hoping to play the whole 2 hours, but we will see how we go. I'm still very much paranoid about the stream actually working, but let's have a look and see who is available at the moment. So lots of people here. My stream page is here. Still offline, which is puzzling. It seems like it's online. So I don't quite know what's going on there. Might just need a bit of time. Let's make sure the sound's working as well. Online. So, okay, the sound is working. Excellent. And no, you won't beat me. Ha, ha, ha. You will not beat me. If I'm top seed, you can't beat me. That's how it works. Looking forward to the stream and banter. Definitely. Oh, yep, definitely seems to be working. Got 30 seconds to go. Quick sip of the good stuff. We are looking very much ready. Okay, so Mandeep is hoping to beat a 2100. Well, this is your chance. This is the great thing about these tournaments. Very meritocratic.
10.
You're good?
9.
That's
8,
absolutely fine.
7.
Okay.
6.
Time
5.
doesn't quite match
4.
there, but
3.
let's
2.
see how we get on anyway.
1.
Top seed.
0.
No pressure. No pressure. 5-minute blitz. Here we go into our first match against the seed number 2. So, I'm going to play my usual Scandinavian nonsense and then see where we go from here. So far so good. Okay, so playing this line. Things like 95 are quite interesting. Not many people play them. D4 is usually the most common move here. Yep. We get this kind of position I've played many times before, which I think is just equal, I think. A lot of people play bishop g5 here, and I simply just develop the bishop, because there's never really what to take on here, because it opens up g5. That's the general idea. So, here we go. Now my opponent's thinking a little bit. Not much for me to think about. I played all the automatic theoretical moves here. Got ideas of not jumping my knight in as well, looking for f2. something else to consider. Also, maybe knight here is more flexible. So there's a few different things to choose. Okay, so he plays bishop here instead. Okay, which is slightly unusual. I'm going to develop and make my opponent think, will I actually take there or not? Not going to castle straight away, because my king is sometimes useful here to defend d7 as well. Okay, so playing the moves I was kind of expecting, so that's fine. I think I'll just be looking to take on here and castle. That would be my general idea. Maybe inserting a rook c8 at some point, putting some pressure on the open c file. And I've got a nice time advantage. Okay, rook d2. I think I'll continue with my plan. Do I want to castle straight away? Not really is a quick answer to that. Yeah, there's no tactic on f2 now, which is a bit of a shame. I will castle. Kind of interesting, kind of trying to encourage my opponent to take on f6. That's an interesting move. Playing rook d7. I've got two bishops, so if I can hold on to the two bishops, I'm very, very happy. But that's easier said than done. Bishop c6, rook here. I think that's okay. I think this rook on d7 is not actually doing too much. Rook c7. I can play rook c8. And now I'm very happy with how the position is going. I think I'll just bring the king to the centre. That seems a logical way to play. And nestle my king on e7, a nice active square. And of course, yeah, white's got to waste the move on playing something like f3. So I've got two bishops. Looks pretty good to me. How should we start from here? Could try and push this down the board, create some weaknesses. That might be an idea. He's got nice e4, but I could just take that. Is an option. Or I could just retreat back with the bishop. It's probably more sensible, keeping the bishop pair. Quite nice when you predict the moves. He can come into d6, do I care? Probably not, I don't care. Not d6, yeah, a bit later. I don't want to lose my time advantage really. Okay, let's just keep the bishop there. He's got a rook into here. Or knight into there, but I don't think either does too much. Now I've always got this threat hanging around. I'd like to play h4, h3 to get the opportunity. That would be quite nice to play. King e2. Okay. Let's swing my rook around. Okay. Let's just play this. I'm hoping it's something like h3. And I can play rook here and pile some pressure up on that pawn. Because it's very hard to defend that pawn after h3. Rook g1, the bishop's lurking. Still has ideas like knight e6. Okay, so he decides to do that, but this opens up the file for the rook to come in. That's quite dangerous. You might try and sneak the king away. I think that's certainly something I would consider. I might be able to go after this pawn. Something like king there, rook here, king there, takes, rook here. Probably holding after rook d3. Interesting there. Okay. Looks rather loose. Okay, well I can start with this check and then see what my opponent does after that. I have this intermezzo move with bishop here, check, which looks quite nice. This is hanging though. Can't take that for granted. Might just try and give up this pawn, but then his pawns are running quite quickly if that happens. Play bishop here. Yeah, like bishop here, because then all these pawns are going to become very vulnerable. Might play something like king here. I might go for a repetition and then consider my options. Still up on time, so that's looking good. Everything seems to go pretty well. Scandinavian tends to work quite well. I don't quite know why. Never does seem like much. Okay, so let's consider my options after here. Imagine you're going to repeat. Yep. Quite know what to do here. Okay, let's go down this road. Remember, there's no increment here, so one has to be somewhat careful. There's no increment. I mean, he could just try and take this pawn, but it's a very useful pawn just to stop a big mobilization of his pieces. Okay. He's going to try and push his pawns down the board as fast as possible. Something along these lines. I like a clever way of stopping this advance. You can play b5, of course. I'm just going to try and run this as quickly as I can down the board. That's a sensible move. Always play rook down here. Okay, let's keep pushing. I do promote with check. That's important to realise. Yeah, well, I'm not so worried about things like that. I'll have to try and stop that if at all possible. With some discoveries. Very complicated, very quickly. Keeping an eye on that pawn. Yeah, I should be able to win on time. Come on. Oh, I got a draw. Okay. It's a bit of a shame. I just didn't speed up at the right time there. That was a good opportunity to win that game. But yeah, I was too slow right at the end there. It's not increment. I have to play a bit more quickly than that. Okay, so we've got another game going. So here we go. Draw's not the worst start, but there's no streak. That's the thing, but it's not a loss. So we've got points on the board. So we're going to play this bishop b4 line. Very, very common. Most people play d5 with or without castling. Okay, so he plays it with d6 instead. Now, generally against this, an f4 e5 push is a good idea, but we will see. Okay, a5 is a bit odd, to be quite honest. So let's go for this plan. This is the main idea. I can take it, or I can do something else. First instinct was play knight here. But I could also take as well. It does take on here. Yeah, I'd like this. I think it keeps more pieces on the board. Got ideas coming over here. He's got the immediate issue to worry about of a3, tripling his pawns. So there are things to think about for black here. I didn't take anything there. This is an immediate threat I don't see. I will play this a3 move. Okay. It's just going to double pawns. Triple pawns, sorry. That was very, very ugly. If that does happen. Yeah, exactly. I've got one move actually. c4, goes back to e7. It comes into here though, forcing it to a good square. Play queen c4. Just hump material. I do like the idea of this, just stopping these pawns. And he plays to b6, I wasn't really thinking about that at all. Probably should have done. We've got queen d4 next. He's probably going to play queen d4 anyway. Here we go. And play knight back though. Yeah, knight is tricky piece. It's a tricky piece here. I'll just restrict. It's got a4 though. It wasn't a good move. And this is probably also okay. Let's see him try and prep b4. Yeah, I'm playing this terribly. Absolutely terribly. Try and get some active pieces. He doesn't down a pawn for nothing here. This is absolutely horrendous. How I played this. Terrible. Well, let's double the rooks. At least this is defended for the time being. All the knight has to do is move out the way somewhere and then charge these pawns down. It'll be very difficult to stop. Okay, hasn't done that, so luckily. A little bit of time to try and get some counterplay. And he can't play c4 because I can take and take on there. So he's got to play something else. I think that pawn is just dropping. So he does go for this line. The rook just comes back in time to stop this menacing pawn going down the board. Let's try and bring the king up. Wanted to push, but king f8. Take, king f7. Just leave the position. Yep, I see that move. I think I could just keep the king at bay here. Try and bring my king up. He might just jettison the pawn after something like rook a2. It's got to time that correctly though, in order to succeed there. Yeah, and he's just going to jettison the pawn, which is probably quite wise. And this is just a complete draw. Yeah, well, I'll continue on for a little bit longer. Surprised what can happen. Okay, probably. Yeah, he's just going to keep his rook there. Another draw. Plays on time now, he's a bit of an idiot. Okay, another draw, which is not very helpful at all. With the tournament situation as it is, you need to try and get some wins on the board here. Yeah, that went sour, even after the triple pawns, but can't dwell too much, let's carry on. Let's quickly check the stream is working as it should. It seems like it is working as it should. Okay, so we get a similar line to what we played before. Oh, and plays a weird mixture of both moves here. Generally, h6 is quite good against this. That wasn't a good move though, because this is hanging. Lucky my opponent didn't spot it. And I'm going to get away with it. Okay, let's keep this nice and calm. Get castle quickly. You probably think of things like d5 immediately here. I've got enough time to get away. I think white could have played that better, to be quite honest. But now I've got my sort of standard Scandinavian position here, which seems fine to me. Okay, so let's push that to where it should be, an a5. Let's develop my last piece, knight bd7. Then I have to think about what approach to take now. Knight here maybe. I'd like to take really, but he's going to play bishop. I can play bishop d6. That's not so bad. This is a general good square for the queen in these kind of positions. I'm expecting something like bishop g3. Now I play bishop d6, just holding the tension. Maybe looking to swap off. It's quite a nice idea sometimes to get this kind of structure. And this bishop's always got a lovely hold on h7 to go to. Yep, so we get the bishop g3, get bishop d6 in. So far looks okay. Need to probably protect the e6 square. Very possible sacrifices. That's quite a common theme. Expecting something like rook e1, possibly f4. That's quite weakening after something like knight d5. These squares become quite weak. We've got a time edge, slight time edge, but nothing to write home about. These kind of positions I'm quite comfortable in, so it's kind of a useful time edge. Okay, so he's going to go for this f4 idea. Almost got this. Maybe I do have this actually. This idea of bishop g4 with the skewer on these pieces. I don't know if it quite works. But if I get really stuck, I can always move my knight somewhere. That's always a possibility. The skewer is not quite effective. I might take that option actually. Yeah, because after that and taking here, looking a little bit on the dicey side. If I can force him to take on here, I can recapture with the pawn, open up attack on the c file. We'll be very happy if that happens. So instead he's not going to do that, which is probably quite sensible. But that knight needs to go off the board. Can't allow it to come into this square. And now I'm going to bring... I have to worry about this bishop first of all. Yeah, let's get this bishop to a stable square on g6 first, and then I'll start looking at this plan to come around. Okay. I do have an intermediate check. I didn't really even think of this move, to be quite honest. It's probably quite good if you can get the pawn to d6. Let's play that first. Can't take. I'll take the other way. Yeah, how about if I take the other way? He's got e6, but I've got a check. Bishop f2. Or maybe I don't have to check. Yeah, that's just a calculation, really. Yeah, that's just bad calculation. Let's give up the piece for a couple of pawns, or worse. He'll probably just take the piece. The only thing is, this bishop's not really doing too much. Something I can point to. Time's not too low, so plenty of chances. Right, we've got to play f6 really here. Stop this powerful battery. This bishop is still not really doing anything. Okay, but easier said than done. Yeah, he's attacking here a number of times. It's terrible. What am I doing that for? Now just play rook takes. Just take rook takes. Oh, maybe I won't notice the second time. So at least I'm attacking something. Can't bring rook here. The bishop's still on that file. And 3 pawns up for the, well, 3 pawns for the piece. Just got to try and hold position, preferably exchange a bishop off. My life will get a lot easier. That happens. Ah, he's got this nasty idea. Can move out the way with check. This brings the bishop back though. Just try and get rid of some of these irritating pieces. Yeah, this is so loose though. This bishop needs to come back here, but then queen to either of these squares, attacking g7. It's very difficult to stop. I'm getting a bit of a reprieve here. Let's bring that back here. Yeah, that's just a good move. Yeah, tactically this is just hurting. Yeah, I have to resign that. Playing badly. F4 move wasn't good. It wasn't a good move. Maybe the whole bishop g4 idea, skewering wasn't just good and play more sensible moves. But you think you've got a tactical opportunity, you need to take it. So half an hour gone, it's not looking good. Okay, let's see if the stream software is working okay. Right. For some reason the streaming stopped, or it's going weird. I don't know why. Okay, well, let's just continue anyway. The problem, I'm sure, I'll be made aware of it. Feels like I'm getting black in every game as well, but always does when you're losing. So, yeah, this is not a great opening either. C4, Queen E4 check is the idea. At least I think it's the idea. Right. Why can't I take? Seems like the question to ask. Why can't I just take the pawn? No answer really. I'm a sort of hot pawn up, so to speak. Castle, of course, got d3. That's also something to consider. Okay, so I think he kind of spots that idea. But I do have to check here. I've also got taking on here, g2. Also to consider. It's a check, and that's the only issue. I'll take. I'm protecting the pawn. Okay, show me why that's not working. Yeah, show me why that's not working. Because I probably got. No, I can't take that. I thought now I'm defending the pawn. I'm also threatening the fork on c2. That can't be very nice. I think that just wins a piece. A clean piece as well. Might be our first win. Wow. Had to happen sometime. See if that's working. Stream working. Okay, so he goes back. That looks really bad. Okay, let's see if the stream software is working okay. Right. Okay, I think the stream is working okay. Yeah, so he plays King D2. I'm just going to take a free rook in the corner. Got this intermezzo too. Keeps saying it's not streaming for some reason. It looks like it's streaming. Looks like I'm getting viewers, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, just bad connection. Very, very bad. We've got things like this. With the idea of casting queenside, he takes on here. Maybe he gets away with it at knight e5 or something. Like magical tactics that works. I think after knight e5, rook d3 does the trick. Yeah, I'll take on here now. Queen takes, bishop here, and that's game over. Expecting resignation this game. And finally get a win. In lowly 125th place. But there we are. Got to get a win from somewhere. Might try and start berserking, particularly from down the lower end of the rating spectrum. I will think about just trying to blitz a few of these opponents out, really. Yeah, struggling to get even onto 4 points. Yeah, not great. Okay, anybody in the chat? Nope. Okay, let's continue. And I get a white, so that's nice. So, get a Sicilian, first Sicilian of the tournament. Bishop b5, g6, one of the most common moves here. e6 also. I always forget what to play against e6. For some reason, I always feel it's taking somehow. Castling's right. d3 seems okay. One of the ideas is play this kind of weird move, c4. The thing is, this knight, it takes a long time to get to d4. In the meantime, I can play against this weak c5 pawn. Something like b3, bishop a3, knight a4. This is the general plan. Notice that black doesn't really want to take, otherwise this double pawn becomes enhanced in terms of its weakness. And yeah, in a blitz game like this, it's quite an easy position to play, really. So let's continue with the plan. Bishop a3, knight a4. Okay. So what happens if I continue my plan? I'm expecting something like knight b6. Maybe I could have taken on there, actually. Anyway, let's protect that. Yeah, maybe I could have taken. There we are. It's a bit late for that now. Got something like queen a5. Worries me slightly. Okay, that doesn't worry me so much. That just gives me a pawn on c5. This is some immediate tactic I don't see. I don't think so. I'm attacking the rook. That's always helpful. He played d4 here. That might be interesting. He does have the bishop pair, so that's something you have to take in mind, keep in mind. But I think he's just given the bishop pair. He's allowing a lot of development for nothing. Okay, now take on here. Be careful, because either this square comes available, like we're going to see now. He's got bishop a6. That's the only irritating thing here. So maybe I'll play queen g4 first, and now I'm free to play this manoeuvre. I've also got f5 as well. This is a very nice position. Pawn up. Yep, okay, so he sees that plan. So got this rook as well. Ah, it's annoying. I could just play f5 here. Perfectly. Oh, no, rook there. Okay, how about rook here, swinging over to this side. A bishop on here would be dead. Okay, so now he plays bishop a6, stop the knight coming in here. Yeah, I don't want to play that because that allows exchange of queens. I'd like to get my other pieces in the game somehow and helping out. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's bring that back. Maybe d1 wasn't the best square. And try and bring this over. Kind of drifting a bit here. Not so good. Still a pawn up. I don't really have to push the play too much. I want to exchange off dark square bishops. That's definitely something I would like to achieve, but I don't see easily how to do that. Okay. Let's retreat, hit this here, and then try and get this manoeuvre in. And even double the rooks here as well. Yeah, so something like this, he takes, which is what I'm expecting. Allowing this knight to c5 does not seem friendly in the slightest. I like that knight on there, that certainly improved things. Now let's go back to this plan over here. Let's just keep probing away and putting the opponent under pressure. Now I really don't mind if he exchanges off this knight. Yeah, that makes me very happy. Let's push that back. Okay, and the idea is play rook here. We've got a queen there and rook behind. f6. I'm okay with that. That's weakening up his king side a little bit. And this bishop does a fantastic job stopping anything coming to f8. This is definitely one of my better games so far. Okay, so he wants to retreat. Do have this move. Doesn't quite work. How about this? Okay, we get exchange of rooks. We might even take on here as well. I've still got this idea of bringing this rook across. We can put the rook here instead. I've got to bring the bishop back now. But then I've got taking on here. Just check there. Yeah, I just need to get some luft. My king. And then now look to take on here. But yeah, it doesn't give me the time to do that, which is sensible. And he's really tied down to this bishop. Terrible piece. And he's just given up. Wow. Didn't expect that, but I'll take it. Get on the streak. That was a really nice game, actually. That was positionally nicely done. So I'm quite happy with how that went. It says I'm not streaming anymore. Okay, I'm just streaming badly. Ugh. It's a bit ugly. Okay, I'm waiting for another pairing. Nice chance to get on the streak. Take a lower rated player. Fair, 1700 is white. Take that every day of the week. Strangely enough, I haven't lost too much between many rating points actually, but it doesn't feel like a good tournament. You get a war. Going to Sicilian again. Okay, so you get this variation. Maybe I should have played Rook E1. Maybe. Okay, that's a bit of a cop-out move. I think I can play this straight away and not worry about this pawn too much. Looks like I was right. Now, do I want to play d5 or e5? d5. I'll just develop sensibly. Let the rook to a good square. Now I certainly might consider e5, often a good move in these structures. Not bad. e5, e6. It's kind of dream chess. Okay. Well, I think I'd like to keep the bishop. Got a very nice centre here. Yeah, this pawn stops the bishop going to g4, pressure d4. These pawns are strong in the centre, and that's why he's going to attack in the centre. I can either take or push, essentially. They're my options. I've never really liked the pushing kind of variations into those King's Indian positions. Not really my thing. He's a bit cramped, so he's exchanging pieces, which is certainly logical. Let's just get my pieces out, really. So, bishop here. Might be able to induce a weakness of h6. Okay. Now I want to play queen b3. That was my original idea. But I think I'll settle for queen e2. Reinforce the strong point there. A long way for this knight to get to d4. Something to consider. Come back to here. The idea is just to centralise my pieces. Okay. I think I'll continue with that. Drop the bishop back if need be. Play bishop b6, that could be annoying. But let's just play bishop b1. No rush to develop in any particular way. I might insert bishop here at some point. I think it might be useful. Okay, so he's going for this. Full exchange. And let's play sort of defending that square, but I don't think there's any need to. F4 doesn't seem quite right. Okay, how about A3? Bring the bishop here in the future. Stops the queen coming to here. Then see what happens. Just don't get low on time. That's the most important thing. I'm expecting something like queen d7, something really lame. I might just refuse the exchange of queens. Yeah, it's not most exciting of positions, but just play quick moves. See what my opponent wants to do. Yeah, talking of lame. There comes a lame move. I'd like to get my knight to here. Okay, queen e7. Got queen b3, but I'm thinking knight d5 could be interesting. Right. If he wants to exchange, I want that bishop developed. I might be able to tuck it to this square. He's probably going to play f5. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it can't allow me to take it. If I take it, e4, that could be annoying. Yeah, this game is kind of drifting. Not really in my direction either. I'm building up a significant time edge. This is the key thing. Okay, so you can play some very odd looking move. Like b8. God knows what that move is about. I don't think I'm going to speculate. Yeah, let's keep this pawn defended. Let's move that back. I take it now though. Wasting too many times on these not particularly important moves. Let's play the check. Might encourage him to take it. Okay, let's get some space for this kind of idea. Okay, so now I've forced him to take it, which makes me far more happier, because knight is absolutely amazing here. So I'm getting a little something. Pawn. Yeah, does. I can bring knight back to here. Don't even have to do that. Okay, let's do that. Pawn is pawn. Particularly in a knight endgame. I may not take it though. Right, let's drop that back. If he doesn't take it, this is just a case of time really. Time winning out. Let's try and break this. Knight here as well. Looks pretty good to me. Quite happy to play this position. Key thing is not to allow both pawns to be exchanged. Yeah, that's fine. This must be winning. Yeah, and it is. Good. So, wow, straight in. No rest when you're winning. At least we get something a little bit different. We don't get a Scandinavian. So we're going to get some sort of Benko style position. Then we do. This kind of weird early b5. g3. Okay. So if I just attack the pawn. Let's play something obvious. Give me the pawn. Okay. I'm happy taking pawns. Okay, my development isn't great, but pawn's a pawn. Protect this. It feels like it's playing theory, but it doesn't look like theory to me. Not with things like that. A5, or do I need to develop? Let's just develop. Okay, let's just control the centre. Still seems okay. Okay, let's just bring that back. Yeah, that does weaken this square quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to do that anyway. Got a knight here, cover that square if need be. So you give me a pawn for nothing. Got decent control of the centre. As black, you really can't argue with something like this. Maybe just knight here is safer. Yeah, so play knight there. Thinking knight c6, but there's no need. Play that way. Can't really play knight f3. We must play e5. Needs to get some attacking chances somewhere. At the moment, it's not entirely obvious how. This is having a chance to play this, which I think I will take. If he ever moves the bishop, doesn't look entirely convincing. Okay. Probably want his knight g5 as a tempo. I'll take that away. So he wants to exchange of bishops. I'm happy to oblige. It's a powerful piece. Powerful pieces. Plays knight here. I can exchange off the knights, which I wouldn't be against. His knight is coming into a horrible square, though. Let's go queen c7. Let's just get these pieces developed. f4. Okay. Move the knight into a good square. h5. Yeah, not really getting anywhere. I'd like to exchange the knights off. Or open up position in some way. I'll try and give a pawn back to achieve this. Yeah, maybe just knight here. Say, hey, take the pawn, opens up the position, keeps it interesting. Yeah, over here, not over there. A minute behind as well. I don't have to commit to that straight away. Okay, let's do it now. So much for committing to it straight away. Or not, as the case may be. Okay, so he does push. This move looked interesting. I'm just threatening to check here, and that simply wins. Check there. Okay, let's just play a waiting move. See what my opponent's up to. Okay, let's just retreat. Stops him playing any move with check. Puts the onus back on him to try and do something. Okay, let's try this. Okay, that probably wins this pawn. And no need to go for the checkmate here, just keep checking. That's all I need to do. There we are. So after a terrible start, suddenly 2 wins out of nowhere and up to 42nd, which is not too bad. I've only lost 1 game, even though it feels far, far worse, really. So, not too bad. So string's working okay. Seemed a bit rough earlier. I think it's getting back to what it should be doing. He plays a4 to stop me playing b5. But then you switch plans here and play knight to c6 and look to play bishop f5. I think you do. I should probably know these, shouldn't I? I'm sure the move now you play is knight b4, looking to play bishop f5. This is a pretty stable square for the knight as well, after something like e6. I think black has no problems in these kind of lines. Okay, so you're allowing me to play that and win a rook. Possibly more. So my position's pretty solid. It's not as if white can crash through immediately, if at all. And I'm just going to bring my knight out if given the opportunity, which is what I'm going to do. That's just a wasted tempo, really. Okay, bishop c5. I'll work slightly hard to try and get my knight to do something useful. I've got queen g4. Okay, it's a little bit awkward to get out. Try and fianchetto. That should be an easy solution here. Oh, I've got b5. b5. Could just retreat there. That's the first move that came to mind. Okay, I lose casting rights, but I get my king to a slightly safer position. Exchanging pieces as well. Like d4 now. But yeah, it's been pretty logical there and just developing. The more I can exchange, the better. Okay. Now I might not set a safe square. If I just keep pushing this pawn all the way through, that's going to be really irritating. Probably go back to there. Okay, so he's got the check here. Okay, this brings us back to the best square, c6. So it's taken quite a route from a1 all the way back to c6, but that's just a rook. I'm going to exchange everything off. Possible 7 pawns up, 7 points up here. Now play something stupid like that and just allow play where it's not needed. And I've got queen e5. That work? No dodgy checks or anything? Yeah. Okay, kind of got away with that. You can't give people free rooks. Just want to exchange pieces off, this is the thing. This is quite an interesting move. I'm looking at both these squares, also attacking here as well. I can play knight d6, bishop out. But my piece is pretty good coordination. And I'm happy to give pawns back as long as I'm exchanging pieces. Kind of on the lazy side of things, but got rook here now, g6. It's all looking pretty smooth. Now I'm threatening discoveries. I can move just to finish this game off. Yeah, because every minute goes by, it's a little bit more tricky. Let's just get king to safety. Rook c7. I do see it. Yeah, just got to be a bit careful. Okay, let's just get this going. Now I've got rook c8 if he goes to the c file. So I'll play king d2, yeah, that makes more sense. try and get the development in. Attacking here. Don't think any good discovery. Well, not g5 is okay. Okay, so we get some exchanges. Makes me a lot happier. Again, don't care if I lose a pawn here, as long as I get pieces off the board. Okay, pin that. Let's get rid of it. That bishop's very strong there. Not just a piece up here, I'm up some strong pieces. Push it forward. Let's hit that. That's a corner. Push that up the board. And just convert this steadily. Plenty of time. It's trying to ignore the knight coming here. Maybe he just wants to take this pawn. Certainly possible. Bishop c5 certainly possible here. Yep. Yeah, maybe it's just a good move. Just win the pawn. Ausfertig, perfekt. Excellent, excellent. Ausgezeichnet. Ja, besser, ja, wenn ich Deutsch, nicht Englisch. Ich spreche zu viel Englisch, das ist das Problem, ja? Ja, danke schön. Ja, okay, danke. Und ist es nicht zu viel? Ja, ist okay. Ja. Danke schön. Okay, und bis nächsten Dienstag. Ja, tschüss. Okay, ciao. Ja. Okay, so last time I was looking at this, I was thinking, oh, help. I think that's probably the phrase I was looking for. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this approach. I think I'm just losing this pawn, but couldn't think of much else. It's a bit of a shame if I lose my lovely winning streak. Right, so he's just going to take that pawn. Is there any compensation? No is a quick answer. Right, let's try and secure that pawn there. Play position a pawn down. Try and get some ideas going. Queen here next. Queen here next. At least this bishop's fighting on granite. Mine is as well, but yeah, I don't know quite what to do here. I like Queen d2 if I can get that in, and Queen g5. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. I imagine my opponent will do something against that. Also, an idea is to try and break up these pawns with b3. Right, so I've still got Queen d2. No, I don't have Queen d2 check. Okay, so let's he does play a move against that Queen d2 idea. Let's just move that across one. Play some very sensible moves, really. h5 would be the move to play here. That is also equally as good. Okay. Queen e3. We might insert h5 at any point, like then. That's an issue. Have to take that. Yeah, I think that queen's too strong. He doesn't even have to take it to play Queen b1 check. But yeah, Caesar. Okay, I think I'm just going to have to give up this one. Let's just go for it. He's got this wonderful shield now. Yeah. Easily stopped. Yeah. Just got to keep my knight at bay, which I think is quite easy to do. And that's the game. Yes, just I gave up the pawn for essentially nothing, really. There wasn't any compensation at all. I wonder how I played that wrong. Maybe the whole knight b6 plan was probably wrong. And just keep the position as it is. I do have tendencies to try and force the game when there's no need to. still 45th place. Start berserking some games, that might help. But we need to get on the streak first. 45th isn't too bad. Right, it's a good chance to get back on the road. B6. I think play this. Play Queen E2, is that right? And then C3. Yeah, this looks familiar. Okay. I think E5. Yeah. Yeah, E5 seems to move. Yeah, this is all just a bit bad, really. Yeah, these plans where you push the pawns here, yeah, this is not to be recommended. In fact, I think I'll just go direct here. 91, F4, F5. Don't really want to play F5. Bishop C6, a bit mysterious. Let's try and stop me playing A4. I'll play it anyway. B4 takes. Yeah, you can't play B4 here. Maybe that's not the wisest decision. Could do with keeping this piece to keep that out there. That certainly doesn't worry me. Gets knight A3 with tempo. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Let's play G4. F5. Try to tempt him to weaken his position. Okay, thank you for weakening. He hasn't castled yet. Allows me to take on here. Certainly take that. Okay, let's try and get something into here. Probably a knight, actually. I could have even played E6, thinking about it. Maybe not. Yeah, but this position doesn't look particularly appetising for black here. Weak king, weak dark squares. Can't really afford to exchange off the dark square bishop. Yep. Let's keep that on the board if possible. Let's just bring another piece across. Now knight g5 comes with the idea of taking on here. Which I might well do with the right timing. Knight b5 as well. That's an idea. That seems simple. No b2's hanging. King takes. This allows my knight to redeploy to this square. Seems highly dangerous. You'll lose a full rook here. This is just, yeah, pieces surrounding black here. Let's get rid of the knight. So I'm going to try and break through somehow. Not obvious how to do that. Let's just bring the knight to a good square. Let's protect everything and then go from there. Try and open up the position somehow. He doesn't have time to capture and try and attack over here. I don't want to open up position at all. This knight is perfectly well situated. To strangle any idea. Now I've got knight c7 in the position. It's all about quick good moves here. Knight d6, attack here, attack here. Resignation point is coming. And that's it. There's the resignation. So 30 minutes to go. Getting back on the winning streak here, 20 points. But as you can see, it's quite close. 22, 24. Not much to get up into the top 20. So just need a good run. 2,000 player. You have to respect all players. Any of these tournaments. D3. Okay, so you can play a rat or something. Generally against these positions you want 3 pawns in the centre. And you don't have to rush, this is the key thing. Okay, let's take some space out, stop b4. And let's just develop my pieces. And look to get everything in play. Yeah, maybe I should have whacked on here first. And I think it's a time. I've got all the pieces working. Let's now go for some attacking ideas. On the king's side, bishop here, knight here, that kind of stuff. Let's open up. A nasty pin. Now just hunting down that pawn now. Yeah, rook d1 doesn't work here. Threats. And retreat. So 3 points material up here. I've got an idea of taking on here and pushing. So giving back a little bit of my material, but still keeping an attacking position going. This knight is a real pain. Well, this looks quite interesting. This idea. All the pieces involved. Also got the idea of bringing it around this way as well. And yeah, some nice ideas in position. Definitely for sure. Okay, interesting. Place it immediately. Just attacking there. It's the only square. Get this in maybe. His rook's coming to d1 very quickly. Okay, so now he's threatening properly. Now he's got a double check after knight g6. I'm still attacking here. After attacking here, attacking here. I don't know. My light squares are weak. So it goes to this. I think he needs a double check. Here, I can take on here. So I think he needs to double check. He can take a draw. So it'll be interesting if he continues. Probably should. It's just taking the time to think about it. He takes a draw. Okay. Bit of a shame. Otherwise, there'd be a good, decent chance of a streak there, but it is what it is. Well, played okay. The attacking ideas did seem pretty good. Just can't count. Let's bring that back to here. Sensible. Yeah, and I'm exchanging a pawn up for very little for my opponent. So let's make the best of this. Right, let's get some development in. Rook b1 seems sensible. Okay, so attacking this twice. Do I care that much? Not really. Okay, you can take that. Make sure it's on the dark square. The idea is swing this rook over. Bishop here, queen, something like this. Looks a bit tricky. Okay, this looks undefended. I feel that should be a way to exploit this somehow. But I can't see it, so I'm just... Great thing is that you have to take back with the pawn. I can take back with the queen, like so. So my king stays safe, and I'm going to exchange and 2 pawns up here. Yeah, he just resigns. So yeah, I mean, playing early c5 is quite dangerous, but yeah, rook b8 was just a terrible move. It allowed me to win. So I lost 2 games actually in the entire tournament, but not enough streaks. That's the key nub of it. Still at 2160, so I think I've improved my rating, but like I should take the left pawn, never mind. Too late now. There's one knight here coming. That would be annoying. Take the pawn. Yeah, I feel like I played this wrong somehow. Yeah, but I thought I've got knight here. Or here. Just not take this, by the way. Let's bring this across. Play knight here. I mean, these are weak. She's spotted. Just try and confuse them slightly. Attack here. Yeah, I haven't played this well. Just got this to an annoying square. a good opportunity. That's going to lose. Right, let's try and get some pawns. A few different ways to play here. I'll just take on there personally. This is absolutely hopeless. Well, I mean, what a terrible game. Probably don't know the openings that well as well. After knight f3. Knight f3. Don't quite know what's going on there. I'm sure taking and playing bishop b7 is the right idea. I'm making head with the f pawn instead. But yeah, that's the problem. Probably should play more solid things really. Let's just go for another berserk. Try and encourage my opponent to berserk. Try and rack up some points at the end. Let's see if the opponent's there, of course. No excuse for opponents like that. This is g6. Yeah, when they play that, they have to play queen c7, covering the pawn. Play d5 to stop any early e4 nonsense. This position's totally fine. Probably can play some stone wall thing. Yeah, with f4. Yeah, like playing g4 in these kind of positions. Stopping playing f5. g5 is kind of common-ish move here. Now I'm going to give away a pawn by playing knight to there, which is what's going to happen. I'm looking for the counterplay that seems to be lacking here. Got things like knight c6, but I'm not convinced. He's got time to think about it, this is the issue. At least I've got ideas of taking the bishop here. So get the pawn back with a better position. Will he go into the ending or will he try something else? There's a good opportunity to get 3 points here. Probably trying to work out which option's better now. Let's go with the rook ending. I think that looks very promising. After queen takes, pawn takes, rook takes d2. Doesn't look very promising. Yeah, so he just ignores the idea. Blaze there. I can play bishop here, king h1, 3. That's not really leading anywhere. So let's keep on to this bishop. And now I do have queen g3. That's an idea, particularly if it starts playing something silly like h5. I can push. take and then push. Yeah, let's try and get some pressure against the centre. Try and cut this pawn off, isolate it. Here's better. So attacking here, attacking here. Got A2 in the offing as well. Okay, let's attack that. Hard to defend that. Rook C1, A2, sorry, B2. C1, B2. 40 seconds there, without increments, so might just jettison the pawn, play D6, something. Try and get some play. You think quickly. Yeah, so he does just jettison the pawn. Attacking here though. Attack there, attack there. Pawn up now, dangerous pass pawn. He might just give this up. I guess that's what I would do. Okay, that was unexpected. Let's threaten a check down here. Yeah, that was unexpected. I'll try and bring this back and up. Struggling for time as well. Keep it solid. Play this check here. Panicking. Oh, terrible move. Just terrible. Okay, got the win. Wow. Got the win. That was a bit nerve-wracking. At the very least, I've got knight g6. You can't castle. That protects this pawn, so I'm very happy about that. Okay. That doesn't even work. Doesn't even work. Well, not the way I intended. If I play knight c4, but you can play back to e7. Okay, so rook here, move the queen out of the way, carry on. Can't really take on here. Or at least you can take once. And play knight here. Maybe that's the way to go here. Okay, we don't want to exchange queens. So let's play here, threatening this pawn. All pieces are pretty much involved after rook e1. King's in the centre and pawn up. What's not to like? What we'll have to try and do is finish the opponent off. Okay, so let's attack there. Actually, right there. Now his knight's lots of play though. Not a clever thing to do. Knight f4 is a bit tricky. I'll go to there. I'm making this hard for myself. Not there because of checkmate. Oh. A lot of the attacking potential position just disappears after that. Terrible to even allow something like this. A bit greedy to go after this. Let's bring that back. Yeah, right, I'm going to finish stream there. What is that really? What is that game at all?